We're very pleased to have this because, to my knowledge, this instrument is the only one of its kind at an undergraduate institution in the U.S. And it's only one of two instruments in undergraduate institutions in the U.S. that are capable of doing protein crystallography, so of determining protein structures. The alternative for our students is we would have to go away to large research universities or research facilities like the Brookhaven National Labs or the Cornell synchrotron facility to collect data that we need to determine protein structures. So having this on campus is really terrific because it allows us to introduce our students to really an essential technique in protein chemistry, the ability to determine X-ray diffraction crystal structures of our proteins at atomic resolution so that we can know what our proteins actually look like on the atomic level instead of just having to guess at them. And we can do it whenever we need to. We don't have to save up our samples to do this once a year at some other facility. Students can do this when they have time available. They don't have to miss classes or go away from campus for several days. And we can expose more students to it. We've actually had 2 freshmen actually use this instrument in the last year. One of the unique features of this particular instrument is because it's a dual beam instrument, it actually has 2 X-ray sources. It allows us to do not only structural studies of proteins, which are very large molecules, but also some very small molecules, or not very small, but smaller molecules. And Anthony Chinesi and Rick Geyer are inorganic and organic chemists who study somewhat smaller molecules than proteins. And this instrument not only can determine protein structures, but also the small molecule structures as well. Structure still informs function, so knowing the structures of your molecules is really essential to understanding how they work. And ultimately, that's what chemists are all about, is understanding how molecules work.
Having this XRD here has made my project a lot easier. Working from the beginning, inserting the mutations into the protein, growing them, and then finding the conditions to grow the crystals, and then actually getting a diffraction pattern on the computer down here. It's allowed us to sample a lot of the crystals I've grown to test for the best diffraction pattern that we can find.